You're the hottest babe out here. Oh shit.
So, I got the opportunity to go to Louisville and march with people who are very close to Brianna, and they made a song for her because although it's very sad what happened to her, all they can do is celebrate her life. When we say Greenway or the freeway, to give you the context of that, they wouldn't give her justice, so they gave her a breezeway. At the Injustice Center, they gave her a flag that says breezeway. And then a couple weeks later, they said, time is over, let's take it down. So when we say Greenway or the freeway, black women are getting killed and not getting justice. They made this song for her. These are people very close to her community. They made this song for her to celebrate her life. Because as black people, we go through grief every single day. Every single day. So the small time that we have to celebrate and be happy, that's all we got. All we got is each other. So this is Bell for Brianna. We gonna start over.
Thanks for hopping in. How are you? How you holding up?
This is fun. Pardon me?
It was on like it was exactly where we thought it was, just one block further away from.
Hi guys. For those of you joining me, I'm in Portland, Oregon. It's election night, and we have a march. And I don't know if you can see that super well, but it's a big one. I'd say a good few hundred. Right now, we're just marching, trying to find locations. I'm not quite sure where we're headed, but we're headed somewhere. There's been multiple warnings from people in the crowd and the people kind of running the thing, driving the truck that you saw back there, that have said white press needs to go onto the sidewalk. And apparently that order is not being followed. So multiple times they have said that white press needs to be on the sidewalk. And that seems not to be working out super well. So we will see. I'm, of course, interested when the cops are going to show up, because I'm surprised they're letting it go on for this long. It's very hot. Question. Yeah, where's the place? Where are we marching?
We are not walking. I mean, I live right down here, so we could like stop, bathroom break, take a shot.
Can we? So I just got some thoughts that we're not headed downtown. We are marching to the east. Definitely curious where the feds are at the moment. So there's the truck again, and we're gonna see. I think I know that press.
We got the three-way Jonathan and I'm on the phone. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I don't
not getting a photo tonight.
Nice. Yeah, I'll try not to as well.
Oh shit, what happened?
Police beat me up about 2 months ago.
Oh fuck. Nice to see you again.
What? It was great to see you. Great to see your eyes.
Appreciate that.
On the freeway. I said freeway. On the motherfucking freeway. 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 Freeway. On the motherfucking freeway.
So kind of like I said, it looks like we're not headed to downtown. We're actually in the and it looks like it's the deep east. So I'm curious how long this march will go on. We got some restaurants. Definitely interesting. So, altogether, this march has been, you know, a lot of yelling, of course, a lot of songs. Without a doubt. We have a ton of residents coming out of their homes, kind of seeing what's happening. We've also passed through like restaurants and restaurant areas where people are watching, filming. Seems to be a lot of support, though, especially. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a lot of support when it comes down to it, because I'm seeing people coming out of their houses, windows, a lot of them are dancing, a lot of them are clapping along. As far as like activity goes, I kind of told you guys that, you know, they said, hey, white press, get on the sidewalk. Seemed very, very serious about that. And I have, from my perspective, I may have observed some graffiti. But right now, it looks like we're stopping for some reason. So let's find out why. Possibly just to make sure everyone's catching up. Seems what it looks like to me. It's just people catching up. Because the truck's kind of a little ways down. So we'll see. People do seem to be certainly prepared throughout the night. I have seen paintball guns, possibly live ammunition. I cannot confirm that, but I have seen people being able to be ready. So that's something I've seen here. Definitely have legal observers out. Again, seems to be support from the community. And from what I'm told, we're on the east side of Portland right now. So we'll see how that goes. Now they're chanting abolish ICE. It looks like they're headed to the deep east. Kind of like I mentioned when I was talking to some people, some of the journalists said that they're not actually headed downtown, that they're just headed more east, which is interesting and a different tactic. I haven't seen any feds or any officers or anything, so I'm interested on when or if they're going to show up today. So that'll definitely be interesting when or if it happens. I don't know. We'll see. Apparently somebody may have COVID. Kind of like I said, we're at a standstill right now. Nothing standing against. Looks like we're just waiting for something. But I'm not quite sure what. Oh, hey, Giovanni.
How's it going?
Good. What have you been seeing?
I'm watching cool stuff.
That's kind of where I'm at. And we're on the move again. Like I said, I just saw some legal observers. They're out here making sure that everything, they're good witnesses. We're passing a restaurant right now. And as I've said, obviously people are watching. People are outside their homes. People are outside the restaurants. And now we're just kind of still marching. And uninterruptedly. I also see a flare in the distance. There was a flare that was lit at the beginning of this. I got a few shots of that on my camera that I'll try to post later. But it looks like we got some more flares as well. I'm gonna hop in the road even though they told me not to. So we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully this goes well. So I'm gonna go by again. We got bikes, we got cars escorting. Kind of like we've seen. Yeah, honestly, not a ton going on. This is probably one of the more peaceful things I've seen. And, definitely depending on how the election goes, I think that's going to change things a ton. If anyone wins just by a little bit, not a landslide, I expect things are going to happen. Looks like we have some cheering from some residents. Definitely happy with the people marching. So that's something that, we hear maybe that's not the case. Definitely seems to be the case here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and end the live stream right now just because nothing's really happening. But when it does, I'll be back on. You know, if the cops show up and start, you know, doing what they do, then I'll definitely hop on. Until then, hopefully I'll be live tweeting. So follow me on Twitter, and that's kind of where I'm gonna be. But thanks, guys. And battery off, battery off, battery off, battery off.